Jasir, what do you have to do this week to raise the level of the defense, especially from the first half last?
I think we need to start by just starting from the basics. I felt we got away from that the first few weeks, and we know that we have a lot of young guys in the back four. So I feel that'd be a confidence booster for them, and that'd be a way for them to play fast as well. So I'm excited about that this week.
See, I wonder if you could kind of take me through the emotions of the differences between um, red zone defense as opposed to defense everywhere else in the field. Is there anything unique or special at all at red zone defense?
I would just say for this team, a lot of guys are they're flexible to be a fast guy or to be a big guy as well. A lot of the guys on the team pose those attributes, and I think it's not really a big difference whether it's the red zone or it's like third and long. The guys that are out there, I know our coaches know that they can get it done, and I feel that's a unique part about our team.
Texas most physical game you played in?
Uh, Considering this year, I would say so. I know they were an athletic team, and they got the best of us that day. But I'd say at the end of the day, I'm still gonna take West Virginia. But yeah, no, they were a real physical team.
Baylor's explosive playmakers are smaller guys. I think of the running back and the wide receiver. What are some of the challenges trying to bring down a littler guy, a smaller guy than a big guy that's maybe going to run right at you?
I would say it'd be a little bit more difficult. But I know that if everybody stays in their gap, lock into their keys this week, I feel it'd just be another game. But I know Baylor, they're capable of, being a great team this year, and they have been as well. But I know that we're chasing something as well, so this means a lot to us this week as well too.
What have you seen on tape of their quarterback? Not a really big guy, but downfield passing. What do you see from him?
I see a lot of positive things out of him. I know that we're gonna have to be able to defend the run and the pass game this week. So he's just he's an all-around quarterback, and I feel that's a good thing for us to see this week.
I was just going to ask you about that. It seems like Baylor might be maybe one of the more balanced teams in the conference. Uh, I don't know. Does that make things more difficult? I mean, even in terms of like trying to pick up tendencies and stuff. I mean, when a team can kind of do a little bit of both, what's the challenges in that?
I'd say it's new for us this week, considering the other teams, being run heavy or pass heavy. I just think we need to look at everything this week. Whether it's in the pass game, the quarterback run, or his versatility really opens up the game plan for them. So it just makes I would say it makes our job a little bit more difficult. But as long as we do our keys, and I feel we'll come out on top.
You got to look at everything. I imagine it does make your job.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Definitely.
Going back to thinking of the Kansas game, they hit you on some formations and some different things, motion and stuff. These guys do the same thing on a whole bunch of plays. How do you clean that up and improve from the struggles that you had against Kansas?
Like I said earlier, our coaches, they wanted to bring it back to the basics. Just lock in on your keys and play fast. I think that's something that we struggled, was just playing fast and our urgency. And I know Coach Leslie, he has a great game plan for us this week. So for our young guys and even our older guys as well to just play fast, I know we'll be able to get it done.
Was it more important physically or mentally to have the extra time to get ready this week?
I would say both. I know a lot of our guys were banged up, and we get some of our guys back this week. But physically as well, going into the Big 12, every week is hard. So to, get our bodies back and just get our mind away from football for a little bit was, a good thing for us. But having Baylor on Thursday night, it does create some urgency for us. So I know a lot of guys are, tuned in this week.
What's the process mentally to you get beat, you get beat pretty bad in a game, to shake it off and be new again the next week rather than carry that over?
I say it's adversity. After the game on Sunday, you come in, you watch your mistakes, and then after that, you move on to the next team. I think that's something that a lot of the young guys have to learn. Yeah, it definitely is. It definitely is. But I'd say it's a good life lesson, especially for the young guys. They can see that and they can move on. Like just not to make the same mistakes that they did last week, and just improve off that.
Are you a guy that watches football on Saturday, or when you got a day off, you take the day off?
Oh, I watch football every day. Every day I'm watching film. I know after the games, I was on the flight watching the game. Looking at my mistakes, looking at what we could have done better.
Talking about other games.
Oh, other games as well. I tend to just look at what we have ahead of us, or what we've done. I wouldn't say I look at other teams, but I'll watch a few games here and there.
What game did you watch last Saturday? Did you watch the Iowa State Kansas State game, or which ones did you watch?
Oh, personally, I watched the Texas versus Oklahoma game.
Okay. You watched
Yeah,
that, huh?
yes, sir.
But you didn't spend the whole day watching football.
No. Usually it was just pretty much Baylor film for me.
Let me ask you one more about the red zone. Going by the numbers, teams against West Virginia, haven't really got into the red zone a lot, which obviously is a positive. But when they do get there, there hasn't, you guys haven't really held them to field goals. So I mean, is there breakdowns there, or I mean, in fact, you're not letting them in the red zone very often, but can you just kind of take me through the urgency there of what it's like to actually be in those situations, and what are you seeing there?
Yes, it's more of an urgency for us. Any team that gets in the red zone, we tend to dial in more. It's a big thing that when a team scores on us, that we try to keep them out of 20 plus yards, or just out of the end zone all around. So I feel that is something that we try to keep the standard. Not having teams in the red zone. But yeah, we try to eliminate big plays as well. So.
If you guys start forcing the kicker to start coming out more, is that almost a win?
Of course. Yes, 3 points, or giving the ball back to the offense is pretty much our MO.
Jasir, what does this defense have to do to come up with more turnovers?
I'd say it starts at practice. Our practice habits, they have to be better. When the ball's in the air, we have to want the ball. We have to understand that the ball isn't thrown at us. It's our job to take it away. We just have to create turnovers all around, whether it's sacks, getting fumbles, or interceptions as well. I think our urgency just needs to be a little bit better in that area.
When you're thinking about like Baylor, you mentioned the film and everything, preparing for a offense that has so many like pre-snap motions. A lot of, I would imagine, pre-snap movement is a lot. The urgency you're talking about, trying to like adjust on the fly. But is there a way that you prepare for it, like looking for tells or anything like that with this team?
Yes, looking at their top runs and their top passes, we noticed that it's all smoke and mirrors just to run one play. Just having the tight end wide out to motion back in to run stretch, which is one of their top concepts. That's just one thing, just to get your eyes moving. And so I think that's a big key for us to just be dialed in and understand what are their tendencies. What is the old lineman doing? What is the quarterback looking at? Just the little things. It'll give us a tell about, what their plays are.
Yeah, because, their playbook is pretty, Coach Leslie called it like unique and simple in a way, like to where, you have those smoke and mirrors, you have those things you're talking about, but at the end of the day, there's not a whole lot to choose from. So does that kind of help you guys, or does it kind of still play the same level of challenge for it?
Of course. We know every week teams show us something new, and we're capable that Baylor's going to do the same thing. But yeah, at the end of the day, we feel it's gonna it's either going to be a run pass or a pass play. So that's all it is pretty much to us.
Other than stretch, what are their other favorite plays of the few that they run?
Oh, I would say they run stretch. It's a lot of runs, so it's be like stretch, counter, split zone. In the Big 12.
Pass off that.
Yeah, definitely. As long as we read our keys, it's based off their plays. So, they could hand the ball off, but if they see a spear or wheels down, they'll be able to throw the ball as well. So,
RPOs from these guys?
somewhat, yeah. So we just honestly need to be ready for everything, and I think that's what we're doing this week.
Out of 10 big plays against the defense. So yeah. How many are great plays by the offense, and how many are do you blame on yourself?
We try to look at our mistakes and take account for that. We know that the offense is gonna help us out. So I'd say when plays happen, it's our fault because we need to make those plays. Or if there's plays that we missed out on, those are our fault as well. So we tend to look internally when we have problems and try to fix that.
It's hard to give credit though, isn't it, when they make a big play? Even you're more likely to say I screwed up rather than damn, that was a hell of a play.
Of course. We think we're able to do anything out there. We're able to win every game. So we tend to, if a big play happens, we look in on us like, we should have made that play, or, next play will be better, and then look over the play, the next day and try to fix those mistakes.
Anything else? Thank you, sir.